That's right. Welcome in. Welcome back, folks, it has been a really long, stressful, anxiety-provoking week for all Notre Dame fans. What now edition of the Always Irish Show. As always, you can find the program on YouTube. Do hit subscribe if you haven't yet. Appreciate it very much. Give the video a thumbs up. That helps Johnny out as well. Notifications on that way you alerted every time a new episode drops. Twitter. Search bar Always Irish Rat. Always Irish Inc. Emails alwaysirishnd@gmail.com. Audio only anywhere you want it. You can get it in your ear hole. Call-in lines. 312-988-15. Tell me all about the portal stuff you've heard and seen. I'm afraid to ask. Instagram, Twitter, all of that. Always Irish Inc. USA Today Fighting Irish Wire. Read all about it, folks. Patreon.com/Always Irish. Former Notre Dame captain, leading tackler, key fact. Mike Goolsby and myself breaking all this stuff down. The sourced details and all that, they go behind the paywall. That's how it's got to be, man. Respect the sources, protect the information a little bit. A lot of people have jumped on board this week. Appreciate you all very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay? All right. Long week. Long week. Not ideal. Notre Dame fans are in a weird place and a weird space, okay? You just want answers. And it's just the most human thing of all time that something you love looks like it ain't going great or smoothly, or something you love, people decide they don't want to be a part of, whatever it is. You just want answers. You just want answers, even though we're not coaches or players or somebody that's going to change things. The Notre Dame fans' hearts and souls and minds, they just want answers. Why are the things that are going on? Are they the right things that should be going on? Is it all leading us forward, or are we going backwards? These are some of the questions Notre Dame fans have. Is it going to get worse before it gets better? I asked that Thursday night. I'm on the phone with Goolsby at like 12:30 at night. We're arguing about stuff, debating stuff, and coming up with ideas. And I just asked him, this is going to get worse before it gets better, isn't it? And we decided, let's see how Friday goes. Let's see what the Friday news is. Sure enough, I didn't even get through my live show and more guys were entering the portal. So where does this leave us? How do you process where we're at in this moment? One thing is, everybody's uncomfortable because you don't know if you fixed any problems. Or even if you fixed a partial problem. Is it enough that you're going to get the results to be noticeably different? Like, no matter what source you have about what happened or whatever, okay, whatever, fine. You got rid of Stuckey. That's fine. Fine. Do what you feel you need to do. But regardless of the reason that happened, it happened. So now we're in this situation. And people are going, I don't know if this fixed the problem. Did Parker need to be fired instead of Stuckey? Did they both need to be fired? Did either of them need to be fired? I don't know. But I know before all this stuff happened, I didn't hear anybody putting heat that you got to fire Chancey Stuckey. It was all on Parker. And then this week, now it's all getting put on Stuckey. I'm not sure that that's going to solve all your problems right away. The other thing that is hard for Notre Dame fans is we want to think everybody loves Notre Dame the way we do. I grew up in Illinois. I didn't even know what U of I was until I hit high school. Like U of I. No, it was U of I. Who cares? It's Notre Dame. It's Notre Dame. And to people like us, people like me, you grew up in a family like me, Notre Dame's it. Notre Dame's the Mecca. I think it's hard for fans to think of guys that are at Notre Dame and then willingly leave, because we never would. We have to realize, I have to realize, not all these guys grew up the way we did, where it's all Notre Dame all the time and that's all that matters. That's not how it is. It's a lot more complicated than that for a lot of people. And so I think that's hard. A lot of Notre Dame Subway alums would give anything to be able to go to Notre Dame. And then the idea that somebody would willingly leave there when they have that opportunity bothers people. These guys didn't grow up like we did, loving Notre Dame. So it's a different deal. And I feel like that's hard for Notre Dame fans to wrap around. You know, all their messages, love thee, except I'm leaving thee. It's like, all right, well, I don't know how much you love me. If you're leaving thee, you're loving thee, but leaving thee and leaving me. And there's just a lot to see and a lot of worry. I mean, these are tough times. These are tough times in Notre Dame land. There's a lot of moving parts and not a lot of answers to the questions we have. And I just think that's causing a lot of anxiety. And there's, again, the song comes out, there's no easy way out. Man, you got all these guys leaving, other guys still debating on whether they're going to stay or leave in the portal. There's games being played here with even guys wanting to play in a bowl game. Man, it all kind of rubs me the wrong way. So we're in a tricky spot. Some of it, I admit, I need to get with the modernity of the game and the way it's played now, and about branding and NIL and the way these guys look out for themselves instead of like the long haul of one school forever and I'm there, and that it's a changing world, and I'm an old school guy, and I admit sometimes it's hard for me to get modern with those realities. But man, I got more mad yesterday hearing about some of the bowl game stuff with guys deciding whether they're going to play or not. That made me more mad than some of the transfer stuff, some of the leverage there. I don't appreciate that. That feels not like the game I love to me. And so where does this leave us now? Number one is, I believe the staff's recruiting. I think Marcus is out west. Are they still out west? They usually stay out there after Stanford when it's the rotated year and they end out there to recruit. Good for them, man. Best thing you could do. You got Ivan today? Good. Like, I like that on a Friday night. Give me that news drop, and we got a good legacy guy. Beautiful. Need it. Love it. So there's a little positivity. So I don't. Here's where I'm at. I just feel like Marcus is losing a little grip of the situation here. You know, like when your football team's operating on a smooth level and it's like things are going good, you're winning, you're healthy, the vibes are good, you have leadership, people like the coaches, they're buying into the messaging. There's not a bunch of bullshit drama behind the scenes. You just line up and play football and it all just works. That's what you want. And you just don't have that right now. You don't have that right now for a lot of reasons. And it's just unfortunate. And I feel like there's a normal, acceptable chaos amount in portal and bowl season that is expected. Everything I've gathered and heard and read and talked about and been told, and there's a little more going on here than a normal cycle of opt-outs for a bowl and transfers. There's more going on here than just that. I don't want to report that, but I am. This has not been like the coaches are just like, oh, whatever, it's transfer time of the year. This all happens. Like, there's some issues going on. So this is above and beyond the normal acceptable rate of portal and opt-out chaos. Whatever that normal range is, we're outside of it. So there is more going on here. There are problems on the offensive side. Have you noticed? Crickets about all this drama and all that. On the defense, crickets. Couple depth guys go that doesn't really surprise anybody. But I'm not hearing all these big time scale problems on the defense. It's an offensive situation. And it is offensive to me that we're in this situation. So, I need Marcus to find a way to kind of tie it back together. I just feel like we're losing control of this situation here. The operation just doesn't feel tight. I don't have that feeling that everybody's pulling from the same exact end of the rope. There's guys, you got to do what you got to do, but looking out for you a lot of, and like, I need to feel this get tightened back up in the fold, under control, tighten back. I don't know how to explain it. I just have this intrinsic feeling that it's kind of unraveling, getting away from us a little bit. And it's making me extremely uncomfortable. And I don't know if you need to have one of those meetings and then Marcus goes like, you're either in or out, with us or against us. Like, if you're even wavering, there's the door, bro. I don't need people that don't want to be here. I don't need people who don't even know if they want to be here. If you don't want to be here, just go. I don't know if one of those messages makes things better or worse. I brought it up to Goolsby and he was like, I don't know, man. You risk blowing this up into a bigger deal if you do that. I don't have all the answers. I just know there's problems. I don't have all the answers. I know what the problems feel like, though. I'll say it again. The amount of stuff going on behind the scenes is mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. The things I have heard that are going on behind the scenes in every arena possible with Notre Dame right now, figuring out who's in or out for the bowl, NIL stuff, recruiting, any of it. The stuff going on behind the scenes is astounding to me. Nothing is as simple as it should be. Everything has layers to it and BS linked to it and flaming oops to jump through to do anything. Nothing is going easy right now. It is layer on layer on layer of frustrating bullshit behind the scenes with, you name a dynamic, there's 8 layers and circles on fire you got to jump through to get a solution. And I don't know why, but I could not believe some of the details I heard this week of all the stuff going on behind the scenes. It's almost overwhelming. There's so many moving pieces with each decision you see. There's 10 other things linked to it, behind it. It's wild. So you got to find a way to tamp the flames down. There's nothing Notre Dame's going to be able to do in the short term to change the perception. I'm getting messages from people that cover other teams going, John, you guys, what is going on? You don't have nobody wants to play on offense for you or what? The perception right now is not good, and there's nothing we can do about that. Practically, it is Marcus's job to tie this all together. And if there are hurt feelings or there is, did we fire the wrong guy or the right guy, or should 2 guys been fired or no guys be fired? I don't know, but he better tighten the operation up. That's his job. He's got to find a way to galvanize the guys that do want to be here and get ready to go for whatever this bowl situation is. And that's the next thing I want to lead to. This could get dangerous for Notre Dame in Freeman. And what I mean by that is, best case scenario, you do a good job on the recruiting trail. Enough guys want to play for you. You're in a bowl game. Maybe you find a way to play great defense, win a bowl game, and we go in the offseason feeling a little better, and then we go from there. But there is a very, very dark path here that is totally within the realm of being realistic. The dark path is we're already upset. We're losing all these guys, and it's a bad look, and we don't really know exactly who to blame and what for it, but we're not happy with it. You have that. So you have that battle. I expect guys to be announced they're sitting out from the bowl game, and maybe even one or two you're not expecting to announce might do it unless things get worked out and they don't. That's going to annoy people. Then if you get matched up with LSU and then you lose that game, you have nobody out there barely playing, but it's Notre Dame, LSU, Kelly, Freeman. And if it doesn't go well and you lose that, then the whole offseason is going to be on fire. And then you go, okay, clean slate, man. We're good to go. Clean slate. Bad taste out of my mouth. Let's get to Texas A&M week 1. You go lay an egg there and play bad offense there and lose that ball game week 1 to a Mike Elko defense. That's a 5-alarm fire for the entire program and Marcus Freeman. That is the worst case scenario from where I sit right now. You play LSU severely undermanned with everybody in a bad mood and you lose, and then Kelly gets that win over you. We're all miserable. Long off season. And then you play bad offense against Texas A&M out of the gate. Buddy, that's a 5-alarm fire for Notre Dame. And it's totally within the realm of possibilities. Everything I just said it's very realistic. It could happen. So there's a lot of instability. There's a lot of questions there's not answers to. There's a lot of rumors. There's a lot of sources with this, sources with that. Listen, the bottom line is even people that disagree about what Notre Dame needs to do or this and that and disagree on sourcing and this and that, we're all coming from the same place, wanting Notre Dame to succeed. Okay? Everybody, even people that disagree with us, or you should do that, or you should do that. You have this information. I have that. It's all ultimately, we're all pulling from the same end of the rope. We want Notre Dame to be good at football and have national respect. That's why I do this every single day. And so we'll get through this. We might not like it. I might not be happy with it, but we'll get through this, man. But it has been a rough week. And there is nobody that can tell me this is beyond the guardrails of just normal portal and opt-out frustration. No, there is more going on here. And so I need Marcus to settle the flames down a little bit, get the train back on the tracks. And then here's the other thing. I'm going to end with this. The other thing is, man, get away from this for a while. It's been a long grind in the season every week, living and dying with this. Go do something that's not football. Bring your wife out for drinks or something. Go get a steak dinner. Go to a movie. Go to a concert. Go hiking outdoors. Leave the phone in the car. Go golf. Go to another sporting event. It's okay to disconnect from the football stuff for a little bit, man. It'll drive you absolutely crazy. That'd be my advice this weekend. Find some activity to do where it isn't all Notre Dame football. And I think it'd do us all good to do that. And I need to force myself to try and do that and resist the temptation that any time a Notre Dame idea fires in whatever's left of my cerebellum, that I got to fire this up or record on it. Go do something else. It'd be good for us all for a day. And then you just hope things start to level out. And then you get into the bowl thing and find a way to get through that in one piece and win. So we'll have to see who we end up playing and all that. But that'd be my advice, guys. There's no way around it. Long, shitty week for Notre Dame fans with a lot of uncertainty. And I'm left with more questions than I got answers. Go do something else with your life for a night. It'll be good for you. Have a good one.